Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is AudreyAtuka and you are in the right place. Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of an update from the last video, obviously. But something that was kind of like peeving me just a little bit that I wanted to touch on in this video. Oh, what the heck? Okay, let me start over. I'm going to start from scratch. Okay, let me do a little housekeeping first. If you are not currently subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so right now. If you do love my other videos, go ahead and subscribe. Please subscribe. Numbers do matter on YouTube, and it really does help me out if you like this video. Yeah. Share it with your friends and let them know to subscribe as well. I'm so excited. And for those of you that just recently subscribed, I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough, okay? I'm just sending love your way as you're watching. I don't care who's watching. I mean, it doesn't bother me who's watching, but I'm just sending love to whoever is watching at the moment. Okay, so anyways, fasting. I get a lot of comments, particularly on that 7-day dry fast that I did, that are very and that that has like 700, at least 700 and something likes on there, and like 70 something dislikes or something like that. I don't know, but there are a ton of comments on there that are just like, I hate to say stupid in nature, but they literally are stupid in nature. And then it kind of provoked me to try to do this video too, just because I want to touch on this in this video. You never want to start fasting without finding out information, because what happens is you're going to freak out your mind. It is important that you get very informed before you start any fast, because technically what happens is, if you don't have the information and then you just think that you can just jump into a fast, everything that happens in your body, you will freak out about. Like, your mind will literally make it bigger than it actually is. And you can potentially actually even create something for yourself. For example, you see a video of mine and you're like, oh my God, she didn't eat food or whatever. I cannot eat food for whatever. And you don't really understand the whole fasting process, or you don't understand what's happening in your body, or you haven't looked at any research or anything like that. And you just came across my video, whatever and stuff. And then you want to just jump into a fast without really hearing me or hearing anybody else or getting informed about anything. What you will do is you're setting yourself up for failure. I promise you. Until you get to a point where you have ingested enough information to clear out what would be fear in your mind, fasting is not going to be a great tool in your toolbox. Okay, let me describe it like this. What knowledge does, knowledge is power. Okay, knowledge is power. What knowledge does is, it literally is like in a dark room, knowledge shines the light, so then you're not so freaked out by the darkness. So if you get into a room and it's all dark and stuff, what knowledge does is, knowledge is that light that comes on so you can actually see. It's like having a nightmare and then you open your eyes and you realize it's not real. That's literally what knowledge is. Knowledge is that ability to be able to know something, and it clears away the things that would have been potentially hazardous to you if you didn't know. That's a long explanation, but I hope somebody got that, because if you don't have the knowledge, and there's so many amazing videos on YouTube where it's doctors, professors, educators, just different people that teach fasting. I mean, Dr. Jason Fung has an amazing book. It's called The Obesity Code, and it's on Audible. If you don't want to have to read a medical, it's a cumbersome book. It's very detailed and stuff, and very informational. And if you don't like reading it yourself, it's an Audible. You could literally just listen to the audio of somebody reading it to you, and it's way better than reading it yourself. I promise you it is. But fill yourself up with information. Don't just take information that is people's experiences, because people's experiences won't give you the full scope of what it is. Me fasting for myself is not necessarily going to be your experience. Your experience will be completely different from my experience. My body is not like yours. We might have similar things in common. There are going to be similar things that would happen in different people's bodies, but you want to expose yourself to information. And you, like, what I do is I expose myself to like a variety of information. So there are things that Cole Robinson, the snake diet guy, says that hits home. And why I actually like bring him up is because for me to actually do prolonged fasting, I needed to see his videos. Like, I was always doing like church fasts. Like in the Christian world, we do fasting all the time. And growing up in an African household, a Nigerian household specifically, we had to fast for church purposes. But it was always like 6 to 6, 6 to 6, sunrise, sundown, kind of like the Muslim fast and stuff like that. So like, I was used to doing that type of fast, but I had never done a prolonged fast until May last year, when I just like, I feasted on so much information. And I think there are 2 videos that really helped me out, because it really just like informed me or re-informed me of the different things taking place in my body while I am fasting, the changes that happen, the chemicals that are released. I needed to know those things. So then when I feel like I'm hungry, I know, hey, that's not true hunger. That's just you going through, your body's already programmed to release chemicals, anticipating that food is going to be coming down. That helped me so much, because then whenever my tummy would grumble, I'd be like, nah, it's not true hunger. And then it shut it down. I wasn't hungry anymore. You need to know stuff like that, because it really does empower you. It makes the fasting process so much easier. And you know what the funniest thing is? It doesn't matter if you've been fasting for a long time. You still need to keep up with the information, because over time, I find that if I'm not continuing that fasting process of also ingesting information, I kind of fall into this rut. And this is almost like a video for me too at this moment, because I really have fallen into this space where it's like, dude, how the heck are you gonna like, I've done 2 rounds of 21 days now, and I can't get through a 48. Like, what's up with that? But I know what it is. It's because I need to re-inform myself. So I just want to put that out there. Do not start a fast without getting proper information first. There were 2 videos that really helped me. I will go find them and I will link them in the description box below to help whoever needs to see them, okay? So that was one thing that I really needed to touch on, because I felt like it was like crucially important, okay? It was very important. And then another thing I want to touch on is, this is huge. This is the number 2 thing that I wanted to touch on. Fasting will bring up things in you that you didn't anticipate for, especially because we ingest to suppress emotional stuff. We ingest food so we don't deal with the soulish realm of ourselves. And your soulish realm is your mind, your will, and your emotions. Those 3 govern your every action. Like every move you make and take, whatever, comes from your soulish realm, which is your mind, your will, and your emotions. So when you're reaching for that donut and you're conscious of the fact that you are not hungry, you have to ask yourself, why is it that I'm reaching for this donut right now? Chances are it is your mind, your will, or your emotions. And if you can narrow it down, then you can say, okay, it's coming from my emotions. How am I feeling right now? Okay, I'm feeling kind of guilty. Why am I feeling guilty? Then you can get to the root cause of it. Okay, what is making me actually feel guilty? If you can go through that process, it is work, you guys. I'm sorry, but it is work. People just need to stop being lazy and do the work. Because people will be like, I don't even want to. Listen, you are asking God for change and you want to change your life. The reason you are fasting is because something in you wants the change. The change that you are seeking is actually seeking you as well. And it is work. I'm not saying it's hard work. I'm saying it does take effort to reprogram yourself. It does take effort to get out of certain patterns that you already have. It takes effort to reprogram those things that you naturally already do in order for you to create new pathological highways in your mind. Neuroplasticity pretty much means you can reprogram your mind. You can change your mind. You can reprogram your brain. You can actually set new highways in your mind, new ways of doing things. So it is really easy to reprogram yourself. It just starts with that effort of it. You take some time to reestablish new patterns. Okay. So emotions will surface. That is so normal for fasting. And they are in levels. Anytime you're dealing with emotions, you have to realize that they're always levels. It's like peeling an onion. You will peel the first layer only to discover that you ain't done. And you're like, I thought I already forgave that person though. Now you got more forgiveness to do. You peel the next layer and you're like, wait, I thought I was done. The healing process is an ongoing thing. You cannot think for yourself and think, okay, you know what? I already peeled the first layer, so I'm good. Boo-boo. The minute you start fasting again, it will come up. Things are always coming up. And we have to be flexible enough to realize that you're healing. Every day you're healing the more. Even when it seems like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed by my emotions at the moment, and I'm not even sure why I'm overwhelmed by my emotions right now, you are coming into a better space. All that clutter, all that mess that you feel on the inside, you're coming out. And you have to trust and believe that that natural guide in you that's leading you towards this fasting space, right, is trying to get you to a point of total healing. That's the point of this whole thing. Total healing. And honestly, emotions, I feel like fasting is the best tool to help you regulate your emotions, to help you get to a mental state of mind that is so strong and powerful, where you're not weak. Because the minute you realize I can go 2 days without eating nothing, not a problem. I can go 3 days without eating nothing. Dude, it makes you feel powerful. It puts you in control. Like I'm literally at the point where like if I step on the scale now, like this morning I weighed in at 159. And I know why. I'm severely bloated because I'm going through my menstrual cycle. And usually whenever I'm going through my menstrual cycle, there's an additional like 5 to 7, 8 pounds that is like of water that I'm just carrying around until the process is over. I just know that's just what I got to deal with. And so, and I haven't been doing fasting to lose weight. I've been doing more so it's just been maintaining. I've just been maintaining at this point. Anyways, that leads me into my fasting routine at the moment. 3 days ago, I started a routine where I am fasting all day till 6. Then I am allowing myself a 2-hour window from 6 to 8. And then I'm fasting all the way again till 6 the next day, 6 p.m. And then I want to do that 2-hour window for the rest of March to see what happens. I'm just curious to see what happens. You can say, yes, the OMID diet. But if I just call it the OMID, what usually happens is I'm eating 1 meal a day and I just go to town. I pretty much can eat my 3 meals in 1 meal. And I'm eating 1 meal a day, so it doesn't really matter. So my sister started measuring her food. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll measure mine too. And technically I'm allowing myself 1 pound of food a day. So 1 pound of a food is a lot. It's a lot of food to eat in one seating or one time. It is a lot. It's a lot. So what I want to do is, and if you're trying to lose weight, you don't want to, 500 grams should be more than sufficient if you're trying to drop weight, right? Right now, I don't really mind maintaining because I feel good about how I look. I'm in a great space about how I look and feel, which is really, really exciting, you know? I feel good. I'm in a great space. about how I feel about my body. And I don't think that I want to, at the moment, I just want to just kind of maintain. If I do drop, that's fine. But I'm kind of playing around with it at the moment. But I really want to see what's going to happen over the next 20 something days now, because today's the 2nd. I want to see what happens for the rest of March with me just doing the 6 p.m. and allowing myself to eat for 2 hours and then fasting again. I believe that it's going to create a bit of discipline for me, which I need, which is a good thing. And I'll be in a creative space, because when I'm not putting all that clutter in my body and stuff like that, I can think clearer, especially creativity, my creativity, or creatively, I am superb. When I'm fasting, my juices just flow like this. I'm busy just creating ideas in my mind and stuff. And visually, even when I'm just doing my visualizations, the pictures are so much more clearer. They're crisp. My thought processes are a little they're much more high end. They're much more clearer. I don't have those things that are really keeping me down or whatever, or weighing me down. But I realize whenever I'm eating a lot and stuff like that, it just takes a little bit of more effort for me to get into a clear space of mind. So I'm paying attention to all of those things or whatever and stuff. I talk a lot. I don't really mind it. What I really want to start doing is picking a day a week where I will do sit down with Audrey and then just kind of go through the stuff that I am which is a chit chat, right? I think I just want to do a chit chat day where it's okay, current events or pop culture, which I am not in touch with at all. I almost feel like I'm archaic in nature, just because I don't really partake in anything. I'll see stuff on social media, I'm who the heck is that? Everybody's talking about it or something, and they'd say, if you tell me a celebrity name, I'm just I don't know who that is. I'm not in touch with any of those things or anything like that. But I just want to do a chit chat, sit down, get to know me, get to know you guys, interact, build friendships and bond with other people and stuff like that. I really just want to network and really get to know you guys while you guys get to know me as well, and just kind of fellowship. I want to fellowship with you people. So I love you guys so much. You guys are so incredible. If you haven't heard anybody tell you today that you're incredible, hear it from me first. You are freaking fantastic, and you should know it. You are fantastic. Perfection is you accepting who you are, because who you truly are authentically is perfect. That's how God made you. You are perfection. Trying to be somebody else, that's imperfection. But being yourself, that's perfection. So remember that. I want you to shine your light really bright, okay? Shine your light really bright, because it's going to cause other people to be free and to be themselves as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the content. Definitely comment in the comment section below what you really liked about this video, what you didn't like about this video, suggestions for other videos that you guys would like me to make, Q's and A's or whatever and stuff like that. Ask questions. I am open to questions. Follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook if you haven't done that already. The link to the Facebook group will be in the description box below too. Request to be added. You do have to answer the questions, because I will not add you. And I do have a moderator as well. Hi, Ashley. You guys actually have to answer the questions, or you cannot be added to the group. The reason being is I want to see it lets me know who's serious and who's not serious. That's, and I don't want to send you materials for us to fast together. It's just better when you are on the same page with everyone. If I'm going to be in a group, we're all going to be in agreement. That's important to me. I'm just a serious person like that. I'm not going to apologize for it. That's just who I am. Anyways, I love you guys. Definitely subscribe. I will talk to you guys in another video. Yeah, stay tuned. Bye, guys.